All right, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Wherever you are, whenever you're watching, I do want to thank you. And this is the morning brew. Let's see here now. We have Gorilla's Random Thoughts saying, hey, Mikey Sue's 4. Hey, Mikey, what's up? And, yep, let's see here. Tiki of Doom. Good morning, Tiki of Doom. What is a Tiki of Doom, by the way? I've always wondered that. Is there any other kind of tiki? And last son of K. How are you today? Dave G Sound. Good morning, Dave G Sound. Got some coffee brewed. I wish I did. And good morning, Orville Nation. How are you? Who's AFK driving? Ah. Now it tastes even better. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear, Dave. And popping in for a quick sugar-free latte. Ah. Well, you gotta have what you gotta have. Sugar-free latte sounds good to me. Lemon Pie. Good morning, Lemon Pie. How are you? Keep seeing you around. Eventually, I'll get to talk to you. Let's see here now. Jeet says, I'm here to harass the cap. Really? Really? Okay. If you're here to harass me, come on up. You want to harass me, go for it. Honey takes me up on it.
Sure, make me do it live.
Why not?
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
That's right.
All right, so you got the coffee ready? We got to have a long day here. We're going to go all day, right?
Unfortunately, no, because I'm going to be going until Casino goes live in about 108 minutes.
Oh, Cuddles can wait. He can postpone until we're done.
Yeah, but see, you know,
Culture's a small little channel. He can wait. It's time for the big guys to run here.
We a small little channel. He's like 8K.
Oh, that's small. He's small potatoes. We're worried more about Cap. Cap shows better.
Well, let's put it this way. It's more interactive.
That's right. It's not the same old stuff over and over and over.
Ah, what
Mikey Sue.
hey,
What's going
good
on,
morning,
Mikey?
Captain. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing good. How's your computer going?
Well, LDG free the net. Thank you so much for your help the other day. I hope it's going okay, but it still does tend to go out. So, you know, somewhat, but it's a lot better than it was before. So
Well, better
thankful to him
is
for that. Yeah,
better is good.
better is good.
You must have caught him on a good day. He was just over in his backstage area trying to talk to us, and he couldn't even figure out how to turn a damn microphone on.
Yeah. Well, no, he gave me his bleach bit thing that is supposed to do my goes down to the minute clean. But I don't memorize passwords, and he was asking me about Google Chrome, and I said, well, yeah, I use Google Chrome as a browser, and I have Wi-Fi, which is supposed to be a little faster than when I had it before. But Streamyard doesn't like Wi-Fi. Just a hint there. So if I do pop out unexpectedly, please don't hate me. It's just
Oh
my
no, I
Wi-Fi going
understand.
nutso again. But anyway, I'm happy to be here with you, Captain.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
So what's going on, Deej? Any more brain surgery?
No, but I did find out somebody else had the same problem I did on the same damn day.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Who
Shifty.
was? Yeah. Who was it?
Shifty gets him.
Oh,
Ah,
He made the
okay.
mistake of telling me Sunday before name that tune, so I kind of brought it up a couple times during the or not name that tune chat box. So I brought it up a couple times during the game, and he got all pissed at me about it. Told me to shut the
do you
hell up.
do you guys remember name that too? Just quickly, I mean, do you remember? I can name this in one note.
We do name that tune. We should be
Yeah.
starting up our new season here in about a month.
Oh, cool. I want to check it out.
it's always fun to check out.
They forced me to retire because I kept beating everybody.
Well, yeah.
Turned me into a host now because
Oh, yeah,
that sucks.
yeah. Good
Good
Orville
Mama
last
work.
Orville says.
Orville, I had brain surgery on my butt.
Oh,
I had this huge giant abscess that needed to be
problem.
sliced and diced.
Yeah.
That's why I prefer to say brain surgery.
Yeah, that's what I said because it does more thinking down there anyway. Look at
Yeah,
any of my
right,
streams.
right.
Everybody says I talk out of my ass, so I might as well have my brain down there too.
I guess.
And good afternoon, Dead Man Walking
Hey,
55.
Dead Man Walking. Dead Man has been like all across the country. He told us so. I believe him.
Really?
Oh yeah. He said he's been all over the country, all over the United States.
Wow.
I made a crossing across the United States, but I didn't get to see with my lovely wife. But I didn't get to see a lot of things because we were headed straight from Canada all the way down to Arizona, where my parents are. So, but we did get to see the arch from a distance, and we did get to cross the Mississippi River, and we got to see the Grand Canyon. So we got to see stuff. It was fun. Our own little adventure. Plus, we had three cats in tow at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I found a good rental. Nissan. If you guys ever need a durable vehicle, choose Nissan. I did a Nissan Rogue, and it got me across the country. So with very little gas, I didn't have to use a lot. It was great. And there's Tiki again. He's gonna yes, butt surgery. Oh, well, it happens. Hello, Miss Yvette. She's awake. The princess is awake.
Good evening, Yvette. How are you?
Good evening. I want to suck your blood.
What does she mean by drug mum? Hmm. Okay.
She
Um,
takes care of her mother.
she has to take care of her
Ah,
mom.
ah. Well, I hope her mom's doing okay.
Well, as long as
Well,
I'm not singing to her.
after she's had her
Cinnabon, I
med,
don't know. I don't know who this new YouTuber is, Cinnabon. He let me up here on the panel, though, so I guess he can't be too bad.
Bunny and I uh, pleasantly crossed swords in a sample of Jip Nerdy, so that was fun.
Oh, Cinnabon cheats at Jep Nerdy.
I will. I don't care. I'm not that knowledgeable. But shout out to John DeMarco and Brainy for that great series. They recently had their 50th, and I did their 51st last Saturday. So good stuff. And they didn't celebrate with champagne. I was kind of disappointed, but that's okay.
Oh,
hmm.
Cap, you might be interested in this one. Cinnabon,
But
Cinnabon and I were talking on his stream last night. We may do a cross pollination of us playing 7 Days to Die. You can see all of our balls get ate.
Ah, interesting.
that's an interesting one.
So I have to make sure that you're there on the stream though, so you can laugh when I get my chomped on by a zombie.
Oh no,
Oh
that
my
would be
god,
scary.
that was
Yes.
funny.
Cheeky of Doom Room says sword crossing. Yes. I don't know if some of you do remember. Well, I do because I was such a small lad back in the day. But the Tiki Room at Disneyland was actually a cool thing. Yes, I know, Cinnabon. Gloat all you want. Someone will bring you down eventually. Just kidding. Uh, but anyway, as I said, the Tiki Room was a fun little animatronic restaurant of sorts, I guess. I don't know if it's still there. I think it's probably been gone for a long time. But the first time I saw Tiki of Doom, I thought immediately the Tiki Room. It had a great theme song too. Probably one of the few things I liked from Disney. Not so much now, but back then, as a little kid, it was fun. Singing along with animatronic birds.
Oh
If
yeah.
most of you remember that, yeah. If you do in the comments there, let us know. I'll side right with you. But that was a long time ago.
And
Yeah,
we've got
Cinnabon is popular. He's popular there. 968
absolutely.
weeks. Yeah.
And the Bosco scenario. Hey guys, Scar, what's going on?
Hey, hello, Bosco.
Hey, Gaskar.
And we got Timmy.
It's
Hello.
Timmy! What's up, Tim?
Hello.
Yo.
How we
How
doing
are you,
today?
buddy? We're
Doing
doing
good.
good.
What's going on, Tim?
That's
Yeah.
what's going on.
Oh.
Making a new model.
Woohoo.
It's been sitting in my
Look at
backlog
Timmy
for
the
two
model
weeks.
maker. That's so cool. I wish I had that talent.
Oh, it's not hard.
Oh,
It's just tedious.
I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
Some days I don't think I can do it, and I do it all the time.
Okay, Cap, I got a treat for you.
I teach.
Speaking of doing it,
Oh Lord.
Oh, no, no. Nope. Too old for that.
Oh, that's not good where
Oh.
they're eating me.
Oh.
What the hell? Oh, they just ate my balls.
Oh, boy.
Oh man, I had forgotten about that. Oh, that was fun.
I know they did tiki, but I know they did tiki adult pineapple. Yes, I remember. But the thing is, I'm allergic to pineapple. Unfortunately, I found out that day I can't eat pineapple, Mikey. Thanks, mom. Thanks, mom. Yeah. I mean, come on. They took me to Hawaii twice, and I couldn't eat pineapple, so I was a glutton for punishment.
Well, there are other things to have in Hawaii besides pineapple.
Yeah. Uh huh. Well, it's just the whole. They mix pineapple juice in like everything. You have to be really careful. I have to be because it's a terrible rash thing with me.
I'd
Ooh,
be cool with
I
it.
won't say where, but it's pretty bad. So
terrible rash is all you need to say.
Yeah.
that's it. That's it.
I'd be all right with it.
I'll be fine. On pizza? Oh yes. Well,
Just
it's
think
just
back
be
to
very
that previous clip we just watched, and that's where the rash is, folks.
Oh.
Yes, that's where it got left and buried. Thanks, Steve.
Oh,
I'm helpful like that. I just help out.
Of course.
you love to help, don't you?
Yeah, that's why we love them. And Timmy doing
It's
no
just like I,
problem.
I got a certain video all keyed up for Cap in case somebody else shows up.
Okie dokie.
And it deals with balls too.
Yes.
But
Yep.
don't
We
worry,
had
it's
the we
coming.
had the Kahlua. The Tiki was just talking about the pig, and yeah, we went through the whole process.
Oh, I'm
Saw them
sure
cook
he's
it.
lurking now.
Yeah.
I got a video about a pig too, if we need that.
Where's my feet?
Wow, he's prepared.
You think I'm kidding?
I
Oh, he's
didn't
always
say
prepared.
anything. I just said I'm glad you're prepared. I never prepare anything for my streams, but Captain's been pleasantly, wonderfully welcome there to make me ramble on like I'm a fool or something. So I love this stuff. It was people like Captain and Pop Culture and Curator. We're also still thinking of you, buddy. Just hope you get through your pain and suffering and get down to Tucson, Arizona. So we are thinking of you. But yeah,
So
I've
what's
seen
going
the whole
on with him
process,
today?
Tiki.
Do you know?
What's going on, Cap?
I said, do you know what's going on with Pop Culture Curator today?
As far as I know, or at least Gorillas knows a bit more than I do, he did get released from the hospital.
Oh, that's
That was
good.
the intention. That was yesterday. Uh, and then I guess he's preparing. If he did get out okay, then he's preparing something today. I'm not sure when. He did have to move up his. Obviously, he had to move up his Lost in Space. I just saw he moved it up to July 3rd, so I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So I just put a notification on for that. As for myself, I'm doing a stream on July 1st on Canada Day. Ah,
So here,
now there's a dead
I'm
pig.
belly up. Hey, you.
Oh no, he's alive. Okay.
Whoa.
No,
Hey, come on, girl.
oh no! Oh no!
Holy hell,
Oh
fuck.
that poor thing.
You mean to that? Okay. Okay.
Oh my
Okay. Wait a
gosh!
minute. There we go. Wait a minute. There we go.
Oh no! No! Now he's alive. There he goes. Wow, that was fun.
I I would say that pig was drunk.
It was. That pig
Oh,
was
for sure.
extremely drunk.
Yeah. Hi, lemon pie.
Don't
What's lemon
feed
pie say?
corn mash to a pig, people.
No.
Yeah, I got that. Oh, you know what, Captain Fandom? Captain, my brother. Uh, I just got this. Bosco. Uh, that was the name of BA. That was his real name, Bosco A. Baracus. In the 18th. I just got that. Bosco, I know your secret now. If you
I
respond, I would appreciate it.
I call him Mr. T.
Yeah, I call him Mr. T. Well, you would. So would I.
Kaplobbered. Hello, little
Kapla
speck.
bird.
the plowbird.
Bird 5. Blah.
Hail Karoga. I don't care what they say that it was never taken over or assimilated. So there you go.
One of my
Yes.
friends stole Bird's catchphrase for her new baby daughter, who just got born a couple days ago.
Oh,
On
congratulations.
the birth thing, it says "Hello World." I'm like, I bet Bird's ears are burning now.
Told you, Bird, to copyright that shit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would have done that. Patent office, hey, calling for you. Oh my gosh. Yes, I love it when a plan comes together, Cheeky. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, the series was awesome. The boot movie, not so much. Oh yes, well I do too, Tiki.
The movie, I actually enjoyed the movie. I thought it was
Oh
entertaining.
well. Okay. Liam Neeson.
I mean,
right.
it's not the best movie ever, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Oh well, Deej, come on. Hey, at least Dwight Schultz and Dirk Benedict showed up. Jesus. I mean, they look horrid. I mean, they did. Well, actually, Dwight looked better. You know, he did Barclay in the TNG series, so I guess
Mm-hmm.
he keeps himself in good shape. But Dirk Benedict, he looked like a rock. Somebody had dragged him from a rock face or something and said,
He looked
"Okay,
like
just
he looked
stand
like
there
he
for a
hadn't been
couple
eating
minutes
for
and look
20 years.
popular." Yeah, right.
Like
No,
he
that's
forgot
what I
what
was
food was.
I think so.
What is food?
What is food?
You don't
Food,
know.
Well,
wondrous
you know what
food.
ramen is.
Well, yeah, ramen. Ramen is life.
Ramen is life. My wife introduced me to Suzanne introduced me to this wonderful noodle dish soup, and it's just awesome. And now I can't see myself having any kind of lunch with a sandwich without it. So it's a secret. Shh. Yes.
Somebody send me some damn rain.
Well, we could use it ourselves here, but we have good time.
Rain.
Yeah.
I haven't been able
Yeah.
to go to work. This is the third week.
Oh, for the rain. Yeah.
Yeah, no rain. I can't
No
work.
rain. Wow. Yeah, today for us it's today's weather forecast in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. 72 degrees, partly sunny. Now we haven't reached summer status yet, but according to my friend over in Vancouver, BC, we should be reaching it soon. High temps are coming, or I should say higher. Hello, Aravic. Welcome,
Jolan True, Aravic.
Joel. I'm true.
Good morning, Alexander. How are you?
And he's always good for us.
Hopefully, you're doing well. And
I hope he is.
yep, hopefully so.
Yeah, Bird of Prey that said, Hello World is commonly used by programmers as their first program in a new language. Well, yeah, I think I knew that, but
I didn't know that. I just thought that was a Bird of Prey 5 thing.
well, that's why I'm saying if he knows it, he should.
Hey,
patent it.
there's culture right now. Culture, you got to postpone your show until Cap is done. Cap's the big guy today.
Hello, CC.
You are so foolish. There.
No, I really did like CC's morning brew.
I'm
this morning.
streaming against Tom.
Well, that's okay too, because Tom's not that good of a name that tune person.
uh, you should have me on, Deej. I'm a
Well,
pretty
we're
good.
looking
I'm a
for
pretty
new.
good music thing.
We're looking for new players.
Okay.
Always looking for new players.
Yeah.
I
Let me know
suck
when
at
your
it,
next.
or else I would.
Well, that's okay. Let me know when your next stream comes up, Deej. And I know I've got you subbed, so I'll look for your notification because I would definitely love to try it out. I love music, any kind of music. Well, not any, but mostly lots of stuff. I've got playlists that are just they're gonna go to infinity and beyond. My playlist. I can find so many good songs out there. Hey, Jim's Landscape and 47 Yorktown.
Good morning, Jim's Landscape LLC and 47 Yorktown.
Hey,
Bonjour.
bonjour, bonjour. How do you? Yep, bonjour. That's right.
Bonjour. Comment allez-vous?
Comment allez?
Yes, I know French.
So do I. Sort
Not
of.
much, but I know some. It's hard to remember all that because that was way back, almost 40 years when I learned French.
I don't remember much of anything from when I learned French back in school.
Back in the day. Yeah.
I learned
Well,
there was
I
a
had.
French class in high school, and that's where I stopped.
Yeah, I learned Spanish because I was living in Arizona at the time,
I
and
learned
and
Spanish one semester, or no, 2 semesters, and French 2 semesters, and I don't remember.
I almost got a detention in French class though because I asked the teacher when she was going to teach me how to French kiss.
That I wouldn't surprise me at
oh my
all.
gosh.
Oh wow!
Question is, did she?
No, she didn't.
I had one female Spanish teacher, and I had learned there was a song that the Beatles had sung before they were the Beatles. This was pre-Beatles, and it's a song that Sir Paul McCartney sang called "Besame Mucho," and I knew that mean kiss me much or something to that effect. And I almost said that one time to my female teacher. I said, no, 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 don't do that. If you say it wrong or mispronounce it, you'll probably have to write it like, 50 times or 100 times. So to my
I
high
got
school
in
teacher,
I got in big trouble over a joke from one teacher though.
oh yeah,
Oh,
I
Lord.
asked her if she'd ever smelled mothballs before,
ooh,
and when she said yes, I said, "How'd you get their little legs apart?"
oh wow,
I
yikes,
got in big
Oh.
trouble for that one.
ooh, and the plot thickens.
I was a little hellion in school, man.
Uh, I was a nerd.
How many teachers did
Nerds.
you end up betting?
Do
Since
what?
it's, how many teachers did you end up betting from your?
Oh,
Your escapades.
you got to remember, I was a tiny school. There was only 14 in my graduating class, so
Yikes.
there was 42 kids in the entire high school the year I graduated.
Wow, and only 14 got out of there? Yeah, wow. That's not good
Well,
odds.
the year after us, it was only a graduating class of 6.
Wow.
Wow. Do
Found
you
it.
remember, Fandom, do you remember how many you had in your graduating class when you graduated?
Oh Lord, hundreds,
Hundreds of thousands or just hundreds? Sorry,
hundreds.
hundreds.
Yeah.
I remember exactly. This is why uh, my warehouse of a brain looks like the one from Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. At the end, when you're putting the Ark of the Covenant in a box into its holding cell, that's
Hmm.
exactly what my brain is like. I had graduated with exactly 310 other wonderful people. So by the time we were done saying all the 311 names and graduated, I think all the parents were ready to leave. They left en masse. That's also a French word.
Were they all really wonderful, or are you just an eternal optimist?
I'd like to say
Eternal
some were
optimist.
wonderful, but I'm an eternal optimist. Yeah, thanks to
Because
you.
I know there were a lot of assholes in my class.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
there were a ton of assholes in my class. Some I'm surprised they graduated. They were more interested in, well, shall we say, more recreational activities.
Yeah, I had. You know what? It's funny. I had.
Years before pot was legal. So, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that,
Yeah.
positive
Now,
candor.
go ahead.
What's going
I,
on?
he
I'm not.
said his health
Uh.
situation's getting worse.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
I
So, Captain,
boycotted my own graduation
you did?
Why?
because the
Why?
teacher that was in charge of it was a total asshole and a dick to me, and caused me not to get my letterman's letter for high school. So when it came to graduation, I just sat in the audience and didn't go up.
Oh
Of course,
wow.
I was half intoxicated too, so that kind of helped.
Yeah. Well, for me, I mean, like I said, I was a nerd throughout all of school, including college. Don't blame, don't kill the messenger, as they say. Uh,
Yeah.
but the thing was is that several years later, well, in fact, just a couple years before this year, I came across two of my bullies, my former bullies. They're on Facebook, and they were pretty mean to me when we were growing up. But then I guess when you get older, you mature more. I guess for certain people do. And these two fellas, I mean, they were hellions themselves, and like I said, mean to me. But they actually found me on Facebook, apologized, and actually became my friends. Now we're the best of friends, the three
Wow.
of us. Yeah. So that turned out to be a good story at the end.
And positive
Most of
candor,
my
I am sorry to hear about that.
Oh my gosh, positive candor. Oh my god. Yeah, well, candor. My wife and I suffer from the same kind of diabetes, so we're right there for you, buddy. We're all trying our
Hell,
best.
a lot of us have that diabetes.
Yeah, well, we didn't learn crap in school. Nobody
Well,
taught us
I
that
blame
stuff.
mine on my heart attack.
Oh
I
wow.
didn't have none of this shit wrong with me until after I had that heart attack.
Oh my god, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
And then the body fell apart.
Yeah, I know for a fact I've had one near heart attack myself. Thank God I didn't
I've
have it
had
full
two.
on. Yeah.
I had one on a live stream.
Oh, on a live stream? Oh shit, Siege, come on,
I was
really?
trying to do 48-hour live stream, and then by hour 12 I was starting to get the pains, and I knew I had to leave and go
Oh,
get checked out. And I made up the excuse I had a migraine.
oh God,
Didn't want to
wow.
worry
You didn't
everybody.
want to worry anybody, so you had a migraine. And,
Yeah, I had a migraine. I gotta go lay down.
Oh man.
4 days
they drove
later, I show back up in YouTube. Oh yeah, I had another stent put in. Oh well.
Yeah, well, it's
drove
it's
to the
it, it is
hospital while having a heart attack. Yeah.
yeah.
Real, real smart there,
Well,
Deej.
why not? I was doing the first one. I was out in the fields working for 5 weeks with it.
Oh my gosh, Tiki just said that to you, Deej, in that regard. He said, "No way, you got a heart
I,
attack from
I,
one of
I,
those streams." We
I
told
don't
you.
blame it on the stream. I just blame it on my body.
It's two up there, Cap.
Damn
Just
fireball.
above Admiral Teak. Oh yes, of course, damn fireball. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, Admiral Teague, what's going on?
See, I
Hey,
still have
Admiral.
half a bottle left.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, since that little operation on my rear end, I've been on antibiotics, so I can't touch it.
right.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, alcohol and medication don't mix, buddy. I
You
think
sure
you'll
about
really
that?
better attest to that. No, I'm pretty sure.
I still drink it with all these.
Oh wow, didn't know. Well, you blew my mind just now. Jeez, and you're still kicking. It's good to
Yep.
see Admiral Teague. Admiral Teague and I'm proud to say we did a 4.5 hour stream together, just the two of us, up there as a panel for the Full Metal Jacket movie. And that was just
cool.
insane. Yeah, it was great. Thanks again for that, Admiral Teague. It was wonderful. Now, it's a great
I
film.
was
It's actually my favorite Vietnam film of all time. I love it.
I
I
was in
great.
the stream, but I
Yeah.
think I kind of passed out, you know, midway
Oh,
through.
sorry to hear that. That was fun though. We had a lot of laughs, and we knew. I mean, Ambertine and I knew we were trying to get through it. Everybody was trying to give their views and opinions, and well, like I said, 4.5 hours of fun. I'll never regret it. It was the best stream I've ever had about a Vietnam movie, and of course, it was my best. It's my favorite. So yes, thank you, Admiral. It's great stuff. And I know you've joined me for a few of my silly streams. I call them, Captain. So much appreciated.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the funny thing is that they're silly streams. My streams are silly. They're not intended to be serious. I'm not Culture Casino doing, you know, news updates and
I'll just watch what it
It's
is.
not a bad thing. I'd rather. I'll be honest with you. We don't watch any news ever on TV anymore. It's just too bad. I mean, the news is constantly bad every single day. Uh, I really don't want to go into it, but just suffice to say that we will get some of our news from the internet every once in a while.
hmm
Whatever comes out from there. Culture is good about limiting it to what's important. Uh,
well,
so
number one, he does limit it to pop culture matters for the most
right,
part,
sure,
and tries to at least have one positive story in there, usually toward the end.
yes,
It's not like negative, 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 negative. Okay, thank you. It's been a nice 6 minutes. I feel
yeah, right.
depressed. Uh,
I
What
got
you're
to
saying is,
address Tiki really quickly. Tiki,
go.
yeah,
I have that for pain relief, so yes, I'm already there.
yeah. It's nice that it's not all doom and gloom. There is some positive uh, stories out there of some kind. You just have to know where to find them. They're like hidden gems. Yeah. Well, Tiki, thankfully, my wife Suzanne allowed me to stop drinking. I promised her on January 1st, 2015, and I've been sober ever since. So, congrats to you, and congrats to my wonderful wife for getting me out of the life of dreariness of drinking.
Damn, I just find women that cause me to drink.
And
Uh,
I bet they come to you in droves.
No, not anymore.
yeah, reviewing New Trek is a bit of a trap like that. So overtly political, you can't review review it without mentioning it. But you're right.
I don't know. I did a live review of Strange New Worlds last week, and I just avoided all the political stuff and just said it was crap.
that makes sense.
Because it basically
You know what?
was.
My
What? Spock, Spock ended up stealing
well,
the
I'm
Enterprise
too.
again? What the hell?
Yeah. Well, in my honest opinion, in joining to you there, Deej, on that, I think that all, and I'm saying this very politely, I think that all Star Trek died after Enterprise went off the air in 2005.
It
I
did.
would agree.
Bakula was great, and then and I'd seen him in Quantum Leap, and I thought he did a great Archer. But if you tell me that once again that they did the final episode as a prelude to how crappy the rest of their other series were going to be by putting Deanna Troy and for God's sakes, Jonathan Frakes in a hologram. Oh my God, it just makes me sad. You
Oh
hear
my
SNW
word.
special alert. Come
Great
on,
TV.
buddy.
And I still stick by my statement. I would rather watch the Human Centipede movies before I rewatch Picard season 3.
Oh my God.
Or staple me to a wall before that happens. Tie me down to something. Oh my God, I gotta watch Picard endure terrible, terrible things for 3 seasons. No, thank you.
What a waste. The poor
Yeah,
children.
that's okay. What does that routine say about generation? Crap. I need to wear my glasses more often. I'm starting to lose my eyesight. There it is. It might end in generations. I'd skip the inescapable dream machine that upgrades and always gives you what you want. Oh yeah, the Nexus. Well, we probably live in a Nexus right now, Teague. But I
I
could
can
debate
say
that with you in another thing.
I can say I have, Jim. I have seen your fan films. In fact, let me give me just one moment.
Wait, did you say my name in this?
No.
Oh,
And okay, Jim's Landscaping LLC. Go ahead and add a link to one of your
Jim.
fan films.
Yeah, I think I have seen one or two gens. Yeah, they're
Mm-hmm.
actually pretty good. Yeah, he puts together a good production. So yeah, I have seen a couple of those, Jim. Well, buddy, you know as well as I that everybody's entitled to their opinion. So if you like Strange New Worlds, go for it, dude. I'm not going to say that you're bad about seeing it because I'm just not. And my stream is going to be about the Flash and Indy 5 Dial of
I'm
Destiny,
sorry.
just based on my opinion.
I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna go see them. I want to see them because of, well, I want to see the Flash because of Michael Keaton. I'm not to go there to see it Ezra Miller. No, I'm there to go see Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
And they said he did it. And they
what they
said he
do to
did.
poor Michael Keaton in that movie, though.
I don't
Oh,
know, but don't tell me. I
I'm
want to
not
go see
telling
it.
you, but man, you're gonna be pissed.
All right. I mean, I thought he was great in Birdman. That was a great film. I haven't seen The Founder yet. I
And
want to go.
just
I want to buy The Founder. That was
and
good.
just think, he was in Batgirl too, and they won't release that movie.
That's sad.
That is sad.
I wish I could have at least caught that. Maybe. Yeah. Well, and then of course Indy. I mean, I want to see Harrison Ford for the last time. I know he's not going to do it anymore. I know that. The man's in his freaking 80s. What is he going to do? Hop on a plane with his cane or
What's he
something?
gonna do in this movie? I mean, seriously.
I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know. But I like the villain though.
Let me borrow the Professor X wheelchair, please. Okay.
And since the subject was brought up, hashtag Crystal Skull for Bird.
Yeah, the Crystal Skull. Yeah, supposedly Gorilla and Resolute Germ are gonna review that next Sunday or this coming Sunday. and I'm looking forward to it because I wanted to just tell him, hey, look, it's aliens versus Russians. Let's be honest. Harrison has nothing to do with it. And his son, oh my God, Shia LaBeouf, you already destroyed a Transformers movie franchise. Did you want to destroy Indiana Jones too? Let me know. Jesus. Shia was a train wreck. But anyway, I like the rest. I did enjoy some of the rest of the movie. Yes, he was old.
I agree. Tiki of Doom. Indy was old in Crystal Skull.
He was.
Yeah.
Well, he looked it. He felt it. You see him in that what do you call the quicksand pit? Ah, oh, my God! Come on, Nick. You're Indiana
I
Jones for
hate to say
Christ's
it
sake.
so, but I actually
Oh,
kind of
sorry.
enjoyed the first three Transformers movies.
Yeah,
But that's it.
that's it.
That's it. I mean, I've got them on DVD. That's
Yeah,
it.
the guy who actually the actor who actually outacted, I should say, Shia in those was Josh Duhamel, and he didn't have much to do. He was just military liaison or some shit. So hey,
Cinnabon,
Cinnabon, yeah, go ahead,
have you
Cap.
have you been replacing your Diet Coke with some alcohol?
No. He took Dork Knight's idea of just starting to drink Coke Zero.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
Ah,
I'm kidding.
yeah, no, Jedi Bill, I just saw your review on Flash. No, but please, thank you for not spoiling it for me. I know that Michael Keaton's probably not in it for more than what, maybe half an hour or something, or for what I hear. But I just want to see him. That's all. He's a great actor to me. I mean, he was my first Batman.
Bill, I saw the movie.
89.
Stop it right now.
Okay,
I can't talk about what ticks me off because it's a spoiler. And I'm
gotcha,
being
not a good
respectful.
thing.
gotcha.
See, now I wouldn't care. You can talk about spoilers all day long around me. It doesn't bother me one bit.
That's Bunny. You are so wow. You are in rare form. He says, whatever haters, when the nuclear war comes, I'll be the one safe in the refrigerator. Well, I think we'll all be dead before that happens. I mean, Canada will be
Uh,
laid to waste first. We're pacifists. We don't like to get involved. So we'll all get wiped out first, and then the United States will become a burning cinder after that. So
I like
I'd
how
rather
they
just wait
added that
rather
little
than
Easter
you
egg
know.
in Fallout New Vegas, the refrigerator, which I thought was hilarious. So
Yeah, it was hilarious.
if you take this perk called Wild Wasteland, like right at the beginning of the game, you'll start
Yeah.
seeing like some crazy stuff all over the wasteland. So when you're leaving Good Springs, and you'll find this refrigerator lying on the side, and there's a guy with a fedora, a skeleton with a fedora in the fridge. Then later, when you get to what the hell was this? I think was it Nip? No, not Nipton. What's the town that's all the way in the south?
Of Nevada, it's not Las Vegas.
No,
Novak. I
he's
think it was
talking.
Novak. Anyways, it's controlled by the Caesar's Legion. Well, once you clear out Caesar's Legion, you kind of look around the town. There's this house, this burned out house with two skeletons sitting outside the door, and one says Owen, the other one says Brew. I'm sure there's like loads more that I haven't seen yet, but that was that game was brilliant.
Pikachu, Pika. See, I can do Pikachu, buddy. So thank you. Yeah,
Pika Pika.
Pika.
But I particularly love finding Indiana Jones in the fridge in Fallout New Vegas. That made my day a lot.
I am not. I am no. I refuse. Besides, I don't have enough room in my fridge, in our fridge.
Oh, bitch.
There's
I'm
no
going to
way
be
we can fit.
safe. I'll be safe from nuclear war because I'm just going to claim that I'm a Vault Tech salesman and then I'll become a ghoul.
Ah,
Ah,
I
and
can wander
so,
around complaining about nobody wants to be around me.
See, I live in a tertiary target for nuclear annihilation. In my area, we have a lot of hospitals. So if
yeah,
they wanted to, you know, obviously medical facilities would be a very secondary or third target.
mm-hmm.
I say tertiary target, so yeah, third
Tertiary
target.
target. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We're in. We live outside of Toronto, or what they call the GTA. So we're in a prime. We're in prime real estate because just over yonder, back further east, is the Parliament seat of government, which is in Ottawa. So if they go first, well, then we go after them. So
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
but all that maple syrup will put out the fires quickly.
it doesn't put out a fire. Come on, that's nuts. Uh, no, 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 no. That's not true. I don't care what you've heard. Rumors are not true. Canadian maple syrup does not put out a flame. It does not.
Does it start them?
Probably.
There you go, Bird. You know who to blame. It's Canadians and their maple syrup.
That's right.
Only because it's the sap in the trees. It starts as sap. It doesn't start as syrup. In a Canadian maple tree.
How did you guys start all those fires up there, anyways?
Oh, where do you want me to start? Uh, Lightning bolts, aliens. The government did it with their harp uh, station way back over there, way west. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody could have
There are a
threw out
lot
a
of theories
cigarette.
on that.
Yeah, there
I
is.
blame
Captain's right.
I blame Captain Foley in a burrito night when he farted.
Oh God.
Was this with or without alcohol?
Yeah,
It was
was it with or
with.
without?
It
Oh,
was
with.
with. And
Uh,
I'm sure if he ever hears this, he'll tell me I'm fired again.
Dude, how many times in a year can you be fired by one guy?
I so far it's been the average. Whenever I show up to one of his live streams, it's at least 3 or 4.
yeah, well, brother Gorilla and Resolute, and you guys are brothers too, of course, all of you. But my brothers Resolute and Gorilla. Well, Gorilla told me one time that he took away my nerd card because I misspoke something regarding Trek, and I think I might have said something in the way of Star Wars over Trek or something. And he said, "I'm taking your nerd card away." I said something wrong. I think yeah, it was about Star Trek Constitution and Galaxy class starships. And I think I made a mistake because I misspoke. I knew what I was going to say, and I just said the wrong thing by mistake. And he said, "Take away your nerd card." I'm like, dude, I've had my nerd card taken away several dozen times before you even said it, and I still have it. So, whatever. I love your brother, but come on. I still have it. That's why I have
Yeah,
a
we'll just
warehouse
take
for
it
a
away
brain.
again on principle. Man.
Yeah.
Easy.
My warehouse for a brain, I call it Area 52. So, keep
Well,
that
if
one
Gorilla
Area
ever
52.
gives you any more shit, just look at him and say, "Well, your nerd card's revoked because you can't eat the worm."
That's right.
Ooh.
But he did eat the worm. He said
He
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 did,
did.
but he
did.
can't remember anything afterwards.
I know. And I even warned him. I said, don't eat the worm. How many times do I have to pound it into your head? I've seen people like they're idiots, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat the worm. Well, that worm has absorbed more tequila in it before you reach it to the bottom than anything. I've seen one of my friends practically almost die because he ate it.
Ugh. I'm just the whole
and he
thought
was
of it is
instantly,
just
uh,
yuck.
suffering from
What?
alcohol poisoning. So
I've ate
thankfully,
the worm. Didn't bother me.
Oh my god, you gotta be shitting me.
No, I wouldn't shit you. You're my favorite turd.
Great. Nope, just dropped another part on the floor. Motherfucker.
Admiralty says it's the pine trees that are sticks that are sticks of napalm. The pine trees that are napalm. Well, that's interesting theory.
They're sticks of goddamn napalm.
Hello,
Uh-oh.
Admiral.
Well, that was random.
Uh-oh, Cap, you're outranked, man.
That was random.
We got an admiral.
He caught me
Pine trees kind of are a little bit explosive in a forest fire. Yeah, they'll blow up on you.
Not a good
Well,
thing.
yeah, but it has something to do. It has something to do with sap, right? The inside
Hi
of the
guys.
tree.
The sap in the pine
Hey.
tree is more flammable than your average sap. It's
I
just
agree.
really and the pine tree has the tendency, if it's the right size, to boil and explode and just shoot napalm everywhere. On Long Island, we have what's called dwarf pine trees. It's the only place in the world that grows them. Now it's natural selection. They're not different from regular pine trees. It's just that if they get to be like 15 feet tall, they'll fall over. So they stay at like
Exactly.
10 feet tall. And what we do is we get when they burn, and they have to once in a while, you get like a napalm strike on the entire east end of Long Island. We've lost a lot of firemen trying to deal with that. Pine trees really, really, really burn.
They do.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
on that note, hi, everybody. What's going on, dude? Tim, nice work. I'm seeing things proceeding. Captain Fandom Nerd, your generosity, I have to acknowledge it publicly. Thank you for that special super chat, we'll call it.
Absolutely.
That will help
Absolutely.
keep the engine, the dilithium crystals in the engine, and the ship moving forward through strange new worlds. Which I think DG is probably right. I don't know if they manage to be overtly political in that one. I think also the politics are just baked in. Like they don't have to say they hate men whenever the captain gives an order, and everybody looks at him like he's an asshole, rolls their eyes, and two people suggest he's an idiot. Has that captain ever given any order where everyone wasn't just like, "Oh, guys and their toys. All right, we'll do it."
Well, Admiral, to be fair, we really, honestly, with the cage and the menagerie back in the old series, we really didn't get too much of a background on Pike, did we? I mean, honestly. And then
We
you're
knew that
telling
his
me,
dream job was slave trader. What a fucking weirdo.
well, yeah, we
Beat me
find
to
that
it.
out later. I mean, come on. Orion's slave trader, yeah.
Ryan slave
Or-
trader, or he wanted to be,
An Orion sex pimp or something. And we know that we know his doctor sucked. His doctor wasn't Bones McCoy. That guy sucked. Dr. Piper or Dr. Booth, whichever one it is. Fuck that guy. I like Bones better. I also deny the cage being Star Trek. It's not. It's not made. It's not made after Star Trek Begins. It's used reluctantly, and I only acknowledge the menagerie. And people are like, "Well, that's like 90% of the cage." I don't fucking care. It had to be nerfed for the real Star Trek story. And for people who tell me like, "Oh, like the cage was fine." All right, so what you're saying is William Shatner, big waste of time. The recasting wasn't needed. You wanted the kind of Spock we had now, and Jeffrey Hunter. That's what you wanted.
ugh.
Look, but was it good? Was it good? Yeah, it was better than most anything on TV. Was it Star
Yeah.
Trek? It wasn't quite Star Trek. I believe there are 733 Star Trek stories.
Yeah. I could tell you, though, Susan Oliver, I don't know if she's still alive or dead. I don't know.
If she's dead, we all got a shot now.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I haven't even looked. You know what? Give me a minute. I'll look it up.
Most people from
I
old
gotta know
Star
these things.
Trek are
Otherwise, I'm
dead.
like,
Susan Oliver died May 10th, 1990. So it's not too soon. We can sort of. I wonder if Honor Blackman is still alive and
yeah,
a substance abuse counselor
yeah.
in
There
New
you go.
York
May
City.
10th, 1990. So yeah, yeah. Yeah. That's a shame.
Honor
She did live.
Blackman died on. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, Honor Blackman, Pussy Galore died on April 5th of this year. Wait, oh, I'm sorry, that's my dyslexia of 2023 of 2020.
Of
So we've had some time
2020.
to
Yeah.
process it. But at the
Yep.
end of her life, she was a New York City substance abuse counselor. Can you imagine sitting there with Pussy Galore telling her you had a drinking problem? Like the way I see it,
I'd be fucking. I would be going there just because she was the counselor.
I would.
I'd be faking the drinking problem. I mean, she was 75 years old, but I'd still want to talk to her. I'd just be like,
Yeah, I wouldn't care how old she is.
could you
Fuck it.
could you imagine? She'd be like, your story of drinking has left me shaken, not stirred. Please leave my
Yeah.
office.
How many people walk into her office and say, "I mean," she'd be like, "All right, let's talk about your issues." I'm like, I must be dreaming.
My issue is
Oh
my
man.
issue is
That's
with
the first
withdrawals.
line. What's
My-
said is like, this
my-
is my console, Pussy Galore. I'm like,
Now, see, I would have walked in and said, my drinking problem is because I can't get pussy galore.
I
Oh,
just would
no.
be like, I must be hallucinating really bad right now because I feel like I'm in at a drinking counseling session, but the person in front of me is Pussy Galore. It's just, I know I'm hallucinating. I'm sure I must be insane.
You know what? If it was me, honestly, I would walk in, I'd see her, and I go, was Sean Connery really that good? That'd be my first impression. I'd be like, was he that good?
Well,
Tell me honestly.
I kind of have to wonder out loud if it wasn't like after being with Sean Connery, she didn't want to drink or do anything to diminish her memory of what happened.
Sure.
Wanted to recall every moment of it.
Oh God.
You never know.
I still think Danny Goldfinger just rolling around in the hay. Wow. Okay.
She was more of like a very classically pretty Bond girl who was kind of believable as a pilot before they threw that out the window for just models.
Yeah.
She could kind of act and stuff too.
Yes. Well, you know what? It's funny that you say she was a Bond girl because, for all we know, she was. At first, she was, Goldfinger's. I hate to say this, right hand man, more like right hand woman. But anyway, um, But then, of course, to the winds, she gave in and said, "Oh, I love you, James," and so forth. But whatever. I still think she's a great Bond girl. Don't get me wrong, but she had to really change. You know, she could have put the Delta Nerve 9 gas still in there. She could have killed that entire group of people there at Fort Knox, but no. That's okay. I think it would have made it a bit more fun, but that's all right. The battle scenes are still cool, and to me, Goldfinger is still my favorite all-time Bond. So,
Well, let's thank God that certain people don't have their way because I don't know if anyone else knows of this, but there's a certain a YouTube channel which I will just review it like this. No channel that small has a cloaking device. How come it never shows up anywhere? All right. There's one guy who just never stops drilling away about one episode of Star Trek, the movie Blade Runner, and one other movie about time travel. And they have been on a 4.5 year rant about this one. And they take a break once in a while to attack me over and over for having no knowledge.
oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about.
And being
yeah.
dumb. So at any rate,
Hey, I said I was sorry.
that's I could never get mad at you. Let's just say there's a finite amount of subjects that this person can cap off in 4 years, and that would be 3. City on the Edge of Forever, Blade Runner, and that the only time travel movie that makes sense is 12 Monkeys. Hello, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, especially if your rule is that once you go back, you've already changed things. They go back to 1914 35 times in that movie. I'm sorry, it's time might be. It's time might be. Well, listen to your own show. Learn your own rules. Hello, you went back once already. All right, but thank God that we don't have the kind of trans-canonical verisimilitude, which is a fancy set of words to make a dumb person sound smart. In the book Goldfinger, does anybody remember how it ends?
Never read it.
Okay,
Nope.
he gets captured by Auric Goldfinger, along with Pussy Galore, and they are forced to type out his ransom demands, which take 2 weeks to do. And the last third of the book, they're just typing out the ransom demand, and then they manage to escape using Bond's portable telephone that fits neatly into 2 oversized briefcases.
Yeah.
So the last half of the novel, Goldfinger, he's typing like a secretary. He's a slave secretary. So if you believe that the novel and the book should be the same, don't ever watch a Bond movie. I mean, you can't.
You can't.
There's nothing. There's no similarity. And by the time we get to like Pass from Russia with Love, all we have really is like shorter stories by Ian Fleming. A View to a Kill is like 8 pages long.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Now, I have to say, because when it comes, one last thing about Goldfinger, though, when it comes to is that I understand, blowtorch through butter. I'm pretty sure that's true. That's not a fallacy. That's a fact. With planes like that, especially in a high altitude situation. But you can't tell me that Art Goldfinger going out a window, as fat as Gert Frobe was, to go through that wasn't classic. Wasn't just awesome. Because it was for me. I thought
you're saying the book ending where he's captured by the CIA and stands trial is somehow anticlimactic compared to that. There's a whole YouTube channel dedicated to rebutting that. We won't say the name, but like I said, they've capped off the finite amount of subjects they can cover.
Is this guy a captain too?
He that's why he's one of the reasons why I went with Admiral. I'm like, everybody's a captain.
Yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
No offense to Captain Fandom Nerd, who honestly, we only call him captain because he sits in the center seat. He's actually the Federation commissioner. He is a high-ranking and important member of this resistance against the woke invasion of our popular myths. He really is. He stands there as a bulwark. He has my 6. He's watched Strange New Worlds with me. I can never thank him for that. I mean, the pain this man went through in the name of friendship.
Well, there we go.
That show was awful, and we watched it all in 2 weekends.
Yep.
It was just awful. Awful. At no point did Captain Puke get any respect. He was just treated like an idiot by his crew. I honestly think that the writers sit there and that they are still boiling away about watching The Cage and being forced to see him say, "I'll never get used to having women on the bridge." They're like, okay, we're going to get even with this fucking character.
Tiki of Doom, you should have. Did you watch my Bond franchise live stream or my webcam? Yeah, Plenty is okay, but like, come on, she doesn't last very long, and Diamonds Are Forever. Let's be honest.
Plenty of Tools, okay.
Yeah, she was okay, but she doesn't last long. She goes out a window and hits a pool. Okay.
My favorite is Tiffany Case. She wears a bikini through most of the movie.
Yes.
She's willingly objectified.
Yes.
And she's in the movie for my visual pleasure.
Yes, and she's still alive.
No. Tiffany Case is dead.
Jill St. John? When did she die?
Hold on. Tiffany Case is the redhead who was in...
Yes, but she was played by the same lady, Jill St. John. Tiffany Case. That was Jill St. John. You're telling me she died?
Hang on. I
I
may have her confused with somebody else.
I think you do, my friend, but that's okay.
Well, you're a Commodore. You're welcome on the panel.
Yeah.
She is
Papa
80. She's doing okay at 82 years old.
That's
Wow.
awesome. Yeah.
All right, I fixed it. There, you got a Commodore on the panel.
Thanks, DJ,
thanks,
thank
Admiral, for
you.
looking that up. Yeah. Now, you know what? You know why she stays in such good shape? She has a ranch and she rides horses.
Well, no,
How can you? Yeah.
she's definitely not doing that right now. As of September 12th, 2022, they announced that she was wheelchair bound.
Oh wow. Sorry.
Well,
to hear
that's
that.
I'm just looking across the top headline here for
Yeah.
Jill St. John in Google
Yeah.
because I got her confused with someone else. I got her confused with the actress who is she didn't do a lot, but they're kind of lookalikes, and she passed away in like 2002 from like breast cancer.
Oh no. Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. But yeah, I'm glad Jill St. John's still alive. But geez, I mean, in a wheelchair.
Well,
Uh,
I mean,
my
I'm sure
Bond
she's still
girl,
happy.
my Bond girl, sorry, comes from Dr. No.
Really?
How about
Honey
my?
Ryder.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with the Bond girl from the least popular but most well written movie, On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh, Diana Rigg. Oh yeah.
Home run.
Hello. she did a great Emma Peel, and she did an even better Tracy. Yeah.
I would Emma Peel that cat suit right off her.
Oh, stop. This might be a family show.
You know what? You want to see a cat suit design for the whole family that won't get anyone too worked up because they made sure to put someone who doesn't look like cat suit worthy in it. Is the cat suit you'll see on Strange New Worlds.
Oh God.
It's actually a kind of a bunchy, loose-fitting jumpsuit. And what they do is it's done this way so that they can turn around and stick a finger in your face and scream, "We have a woman in a cat suit," and you have the unmitigated gall to judge her on her physical appearance after we put her in it, and judge that cat suit that we put on screen after we screen tested it. To which I say yes. Yeah, I'm gonna judge your cat suit, girl, and your cat suit because you put her on
Respect the
TV.
furries, man. Respect
Oh
the
man.
furries.
What about?
Why? If her cat suit is so great, how come Nurse Chapel looked best in civilian clothes last week? For the first
Right.
time, she really looked great.
Wow.
If that cat suit is so great, if she was built for that cat suit and that cat suit was, by the way, tailor the fucking thing so we can see what's up with it and maybe run it through
nice.
the wash. Yeah, run it through the wash a couple of
Run
times.
through the watch.
It is so.
Run through the
you know-
watch probably disintegrates.
You know what? If I'm removing, that thing is like a suit of armor as far as how revealing it is. If I have seen people removing asbestos that have outfits that are also white and baggy that are as revealing as what Christine Chapel wears. A spacesuit is as revealing as her catsuit. They just have that on there to wag their. I mean, that catsuit was reverse engineered from a catsuit. That is baggy one piece. But DJ is wearing a catsuit. Commodore
Look,
Teach
I-
has a better catsuit.
Look,
Nobody wants to see
I
that.
saw.
No.
Look, I've seen Voyager. I've seen the entire series, and you can't tell me that every time Jerry Ryan walked out of 7 of 9 that she wasn't revealing something like revealing. Like
Oh,
for-
No.
for a war.
I disagree.
What are you saying? You're a lip reader?
Me? I'm not a lip reader.
That one
Captain
just had
said
the kind of.
something.
That
When-
went right.
when-
That
when
one
it hit-
shot
when it
right
hits
over.
you, when it
that
hits
went
you.
right over.
The lower lips there, Mikey.
I was going to
Lower.
say, are you labiaing to understand it?
Oh. Okay, well, there goes the family fun show we were all expecting.
Well, this was never a family fun show as soon as I came up here.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, you have Thief of Joy, Admiral Teague here, and as everyone knows, the show was good until I started talking about it.
Oh, come on.
No. We haven't heard Captain Trek go, "Oh God," yet.
Yeah.
I can
That
solve
happens,
that.
You know it's a great show.
I
I
remember.
can solve that.
I remember when. Oh,
God, no. Ah! Thanks, Deej.
Ever
There you
since
go.
ever since Tony Stark started that on Pop Culture Breakdown 2 weeks ago, we've got middle-aged men whipping their shirts open on.
Hey! He ripped it off from me. I've been doing it for years.
Yep.
No.
And by the way, who doesn't remember that fateful day where Captain Trek went into the transporter and came out Captain Fandom Nerd because of the embarrassment storm that hit his ship after watching some of the new Trek? And it's like, I can't have this name anymore.
I couldn't handle it anymore.
I
Could
think you made
not.
the right choice. Welcome,
Hello,
Crimson Mist.
SP4H.
Hey, Crimson
Hello.
Mist.
Oh, Crimson Mist is SP4H. It's so nice to talk to you in this capacity.
Hey,
Nice to meet you too. Listen,
good to meet you, Crimson. I never met you, but good to meet you.
I am in a bit of a quandary here, guys, and I can use some input here.
Okay.
Apparently, Wifey wants to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I recommend it.
Count yourself lucky. There's like 2 other movies much worse out there right now. She could be saying, we want to go see Indy.
I know. Oh yeah, I know.
I don't know. You could drink first.
Actually, there's more than just 2 movies out there worse. She could have said, want to go see Little Mermaid, too.
Oh, no.
Well, we both seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at the theaters, so she wanted to go see this. She's been looking forward to it. So
This movie might
I
Guardians
like
might be
it.
it might be a little better than the average review of it, simply because it's coming out like I don't know about you guys. I mean, I haven't always been a total nerd, but I've always had nerd tendencies. But I never thought there'd be a day where there'd be so much nerd product that we would want there to be less of it, and it would be literally an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah.
Like, I'm embarrassed to go see any of these movies.
I will say, as long as you don't get offended over CGI fake animal cruelty, then go see Guardians 3.
it's not that.
Yeah,
It's just that I
I don't know
am
about
really soured on going to any new movies. I just don't want to, just on principle alone.
Is
I
it
don't blame
because
you.
of the price? Is it because prices have increased and the concessions
Yeah.
have increased?
Howard,
No, because of all the crap coming out of Hollywood.
this
I'm calling it
year.
Hollywood.
This
You mean
year,
not
I've
Hollywood?
in the calendar year 2023, the movies I have seen in theaters are Return of the King Special Edition at the Alamo Drafthouse and Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
By the-
Now,
Well-
I don't mind going to see
Dude,
classic movies
You've
there.
watched 2 more movies than I have.
But the newest one was 20 years old, and I just want to say don't bother seeing any old Star Wars movies again until they change hands, because as I was watching Return of the Jedi, Disney TV has ruined the beginning of that movie for everyone. As you watch Jabba confidently talk about how bad the Sarlacc pit's going to be, you're like, I've seen Boba Fett, that fucking idiot Blobba Fett, destroy this fucking thing. If he throws Han, Chewie, and Luke Skywalker in there, they will fuck this thing up in 25 minutes. They'll be back at Jabba's place with an ugly makeover. And the only thing that'll change is they will kill him, and then the movie will go on exactly as it would have 20 minutes later. That thing's not a threat.
Yeah, I read the novel and
Boba was in more danger of losing his armor to the Jawas after he got out.
I had to laugh. I was
That's
laughing at Jabba's plan. I was laughing at Jabba, and I was like, okay, here goes big dummy Blobba Fett, gonna get himself killed. He doesn't even have a line in the movie. Boba Fett, psh, second generation killed by a bad jetpack. Stop with the jetpacks. And then the Mandatorium just turns into an Iron Man show.
Mandatorium.
Mandatorium. Yeah.
The
I love it.
PDB made that one up. I don't want to take credit. The Mandatorium does come from Saving Star Trek, though.
Oh man, that's good.
I
Because
like
Yeah,
that.
Crimson. I honestly.
no one wanted any part of it after episode 3, and people kept watching. It was the Mandatorium.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say Crimson. My wife and I saw GOTG3. It was good. Okay. Yeah. There is some animal abuse issue, but like they said,
Yeah, I've
CGI
heard the-
is. The
Yeah, I've heard the
CGI
reviews,
sucks.
so that wouldn't be the issue.
That would be
It's
the
just
only
that-
issue. But we know
Yeah,
it's
I
fake.
just don't want to give money to Disney. Period.
No, I
Why
understand.
don't you just stop by the taxidermist first so you can see real animals in various states of disrepair, and then the movie won't be as
And
bad.
then the movie won't be as bad. Sure.
That's
That's
I'm not
fine, yeah.
endorsing or condemning anything. I'm just saying there's a way to get it done.
Now the other movie we're not talking about, but we should, is John Wick 4. And I think that Keanu did a great job.
That
in
was a good movie. I
And
enjoyed
I
that
really
movie.
loved Bill Skarsgård in it. And for me, and it was almost a 5. I only had a slight issue with Skarsgård, but that's okay. I mean, he got what was coming to him. I don't want to spoil it for you. But if there is a great action film that you want to see, and you've seen the other 3, Crimson, go to John Wick 4.
Or even if you've only seen John Wick 1, just go see
Yeah, even if
John
you've
Wick
seen the
4.
first one.
The only thing you need to know is that now he has a jacket made of Kevlar, and that's why he keeps pulling his jacket in front of his face when he gets shot at, and seems to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not doing it out of fear. He's doing it because he just wants to protect his himself, and he's got a full Kevlar dress jacket. You know.
Oh, great! So John Wick turns into a turtle, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Like you'd have to tank.
Yeah.
You would have to tank a headshot on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you really would have to like put a bazooka to his face and then just let go.
And I would also say the best thing about that movie was possibly the cast. They ice some people early on to great effect, and I only realized that the guy who from the high table, who's like the go-between between the New York Continental and the high table, like he's the head honcho of the New York Continental, not the concierge, the head guy.
Oh, the head guy. Yeah.
It only dawned on me now. It's fucking Ian McShane, fucking Judas. Judas from the Jesus movie. I'm like, wait a minute. I remember you from Catholic school.
Yes, Ian McShane. That was in Jesus of Nazareth. Yes, I remember.
But by the guy who made the Sergio Leone, right?
Yeah,
or Bernardo,
right.
Or is it Bernardo Bertolucci? I'm not sure.
Well, I think it was Sergio.
I think it is Sergio Leone does the Jesus movie that we all had to watch if we went to Catholic school.
Yeah, Sergio directed it. Yes, it was great.
I saw a weird Jesus movie, and maybe has anyone else ever seen this one? It's actually, I think it's a Star Trek movie where Captain Pike goes into the holodeck and pretends to be Jesus.
Oh God,
it's really weird. It's Jeff Hunter, and he seems to be in the holodeck. And he's running around ancient Roman occupied Palestine giving philosophical lessons. It's a weird movie. There's a lot of Star Trek shows I don't understand. Like the one with Decker from Star Trek The Motion Picture and the whale cetacean expert from Star Trek 4 where they go on the holodeck and pretend to have a 20th century family. It's called Seventh Heaven. That's a weird Star Trek show. Weird fucking Star Trek show. I'm still trying to figure out Seventh Heaven.
What was the movie? What was the biblical movie that had Willem Dafoe in it?
Oh, The Temptation of Christ.
That was The Temptation of Christ. Okay.
Yeah, that was directed by Martin Scorsese.
It's Martin Scorsese.
It's Martin Scorsese.
Whatever.
I'm kidding.
Whatever.
You know what? That movie got a little too much shit, especially if you're if you're a little bit of a Catholic. The movie was not.
I wasn't offended by it. I wasn't offended
the other
at
thing
all,
is the church. The church went after it. I'm just saying the church clearly didn't watch the movie because the end of the movie justifies everything.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And
he dies. Spoiler: he still dies anyway.
Spoiler alert.
Hello.
I mean, he respawns. Let's just get it straight. He respawns briefly.
Yeah. Well,
what happened to Deej? Did we get away down?
Yeah, he had to go.
I just saw it in the private chat. Sorry, guys. Deej is taking a little nap.
Okay.
And now you've just got crazy ass garbage tier host Admiral Teague. Is Tim? Are you also known as Tim the Enchanter? Am I meeting yet another person that I know from YouTube in a different capacity?
No, I'm just Tim Chris.
Okay, Tim. Well, I love what you're doing there. Good work. Interesting stuff.
Now, if we're keeping track here, we know that Jesus of Nazareth. We know he comes back after he was died on the cross, buried, and came back.
But then he's out of
That's the Bible.
respawns. If he had just gotten to the top of the ladder and gotten more coins, he could have
Wow.
respawned again.
Don't know about that. but then Temptation of Christ, I believe, yeah, he does die and we don't see him. And then of course, the Passion of the Christ, I don't know.
Oh God, I saw that movie.
It still makes
That
me
was-
sad, but only because
Oh
you
God,
know.
that was horrible.
I was working
I
in
understand.
Walmart when
No,
that,
and I
that
understand
movie
why.
hit.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
we had we had to put notes out all over the display with the Passion of Christ. And what we had to do is tell everybody this is not in English. It was all over the place.
yeah.
People buy the movie.
No,
and
it
then,
was
like,
Aramaic.
little ladies come back. I don't
No,
like
that-
this. It's not in English. What the hell? We posted notes.
That's
You
what
didn't
really,
read the note?
that deeply angered me, just like it does in Star Trek. I went and learned Aramaic and Latin to see that movie, and then they just put it right up there on the fucking screen. Didn't anyone else do the goddamn homework? I learned how to speak. I learned Klingon, and what do? They just translate it right there on the fucking screen. All that money at Star Trek University, fucking wasted. By the way, I just want to say, as a graduate of Jackson Roy, as a graduate of Jackson Roykirk High School, Nomad did nothing wrong.
Now,
Thank you, thank you.
Don't forget. Don't forget. If you get
That
the
was the name of our
DVD,
football team.
Make
I am
sure you
Nomad?
turn on.
Yeah.
Make sure you turn on the closed captioning, because, like you just said about Passion of the Christ, because if you don't turn on the closed caption setting, you're not going to know what the hell they're saying. Honestly,
The Passion of the Christ is all completely captioned right on the screen, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was
Well, I
supposed to
think
be
it
in
is.
the movie.
And by the
well,
way,
I'm just saying. But yeah, okay.
I just want to throw this one out there. Whenever you see JC from behind, that's actually Mel. When you can't see JC's face, it's Mel. So
That's
just
Mel's
imagine
benefit.
Mel. Just imagine Mel sitting there dressed as Jesus, ready to run on set anytime there was a shot where you couldn't see his face. Directing, it's like, all right, action. It's like, okay, Jesus. I mean, and then like being a director, like people are like, geez, what does he think he's God? He's like, well, I'm dressed for it, right, mate?
I have to say though, that I have to say, if there's one scene scenes that stand out to me, is when he's
Right.
scourged, when he's hit with the cat of nine tails. He really was hit with that.
Jim Caviezel did confirm that they fucked up and didn't put the board across his back that was supposed to block the cat of nine tails. And he got whipped like 3 times before they could tell him to stop because it was so painful the first time it hit him. And they're like, okay, let's take it again. He's like, no, fuck you. Trust is broken. Use what you've got.
Yeah.
You're not whipping me again. You prove that you can't do it right. But that is a good
Man.
movie. You don't even have to necessarily be a Christian or believe any of that stuff to get a decent historical context on how Romans treated people who were a problem to them.
Yeah.
And also, a little bit of a lesson in how language is used to oppress, because my ancestors, the Italians, oppressed my ancestors, the Jews, by using words when they crucified JC. They put on the cross what the charges were to F with the people who had him put to death, because they were like, come on, give us a break. So they're like, all right, you want us to execute this guy for being your king? We're going to advertise it. We're putting that up in lights.
Yeah.
It's like, these people think he's their king.
Great.
Like, he was like, they came to us and said he's their king. We have no choice. And you know what? I would just say my ancestors, the Italians, probably were just, if JC had just complied.
Well, the saddest, I consider it an early form of how social media can turn people on a dime from like good people to like, savage maniacs. The perfect example is, Jesus. I mean, he walks in, or no, sorry, he rides in on an ass. Okay, that's a donkey. We all know that. So he rides in.
Correct.
He's got people dropping palm leaves at his feet. the man's a hero to them. He's representation of everything that's good in the world that time of oppression by the Romans.
Till he
He
gets
walks in.
canceled for saying unpopular things.
What I'm saying, but then he walks into Jerusalem, right? And the first thing he sees is the money changers
Yep.
and all
Losing you.
Okay, I think
Oh,
we're
great.
talking about how.
the rabble inside a holy temple, and he goes insane in ninjas. And then
Yeah, I don't know.
they want to kill this guy,
Maybe he should have just stuck his hand in a glass of water and had some wine. Thought about it for a while
And
before he
still
got
died.
violent like that. I don't know. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
if you wanted to look.
just it bothered
To
the
be
hell out
to,
of me.
to
It
be
still
fair,
does.
just
I know I read it in the Bible, but it still bothers me.
full disclosure here, Admiral Teague goes to Catholic Church and is Catholic, so don't write to me saying I'm a heathen.
Yeah, just well, and like I say, it's just the thing. Uh, you know, I'm Roman Catholic. I mean, I grew up. I did all the. I was an altar server, well, altar boy before women got to become altar servers
Girls.
in quotation marks. Girls, yes, girls. Uh, but and I was a lector. I went up there. I talked. I read, said, did stuff.
Yeah.
I don't. I honestly will admit I don't go to church much anymore, if any. It's for just special things. But I learned a lot, and I was like, uh, I was just dismayed. No, I won't say disgusted. I'm not disgusted, you know, but I'm just dismayed. Just a lot of things that can be misinterpreted, uh, misspoken, whatever, you know. And people are abused worldwide because of that. A lot of people are, and it just bothers me. It really does. So I'm sorry if I was ranting. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
but with
Let's see.
but with that in mind, I know we just lost Crimson. Sorry about that.
In and out of the mix. Hello and goodbye, Crimson Mist. I still would say probably find a way, like insist on drinks before the movie, and then try to get your wife so tanked that she says, "Fuck the movie, let's just go home. I don't care anymore." Try and mulligan your way out of it, Crimson Mist. That's my advice.
Well, we did say that John Wick 4 is good, so hey, you know what? Tell your wife, screw it. I want to see an action film, which
Even if the
actually is a good film for once.
even if the
Yeah,
best part of John Wick 4 was the part where they are not shooting at each other and they're coming up with the terms of the final confrontation is probably the best part of the movie.
it was. And come
Blades.
on, how can you how
Pistols.
yeah, but how can you go wrong with Donnie Yen? Oh man, I was so happy to see him. I mean,
Too
I like
bad he
Jet
couldn't
Li.
see us.
I know, honestly, too bad, but
That was
still,
actually I don't know if that's going to help the character or the next movie. And I guess what we got now is a John Wickyverse because he's coming back, but we split off a new story. We saw the beginning of the new story at the end of John Wick.
yeah.
That's all
Well,
I'll say
how's he
about
going to come
that.
back from getting shot? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, sorry.
Well, the John Wick Wickiverse is announced and the John Wick sequels announced.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not speaking out of school here. And as PDB likes to say, no spoilers on Moby Dick. John Wick was released in like April. That's the one movie from this year I saw this year.
Yeah. Cinnamon says I oppress everyone equally. Well, so do we. I'm offering my cheek, or so to say that JC said, if strike my one cheek, I'll offer you the other. That's what he said. So
Captain, didn't Bird of Prey 5 inform us that Cinnabons is the one person who doesn't think that Hoshi's very pretty?
Correct.
Pochizano, yeah.
Cinnabons, I think that you have to rewatch the Mirror Universe episode and see her in that half shirt again before you make that statement. But to each their own.
Cinnabon is an interesting chap. It seems from what we figured out is that he seems to be highly critical of Asian women, and yet he's Asian.
Yep.
Which makes no sense whatsoever.
Is this like how I always make jokes about how Latino people are dishonest and will take your wallet because I, in fact, am Latino? Or is there more going on there?
Maybe.
Because Latino people are no more prone to criminality than anyone else. Hey, look who it is.
Hey.
It's my pal Wade. We've been through death and life together.
Okay.
Oh, come on. I've watched you respawn.
So, what's going on?
We all said, hey. Even Captain
not the
random said, hey.
whatever.
What's up,
No.
man?
Whatever you want to say. No, everything's fine. I'm just stuck on the stinking old Republic. I can't get past the Sith guy, but
Oh, the Sith are always a problem. Come on.
No, I got past the droid, and I can't seem to figure out what combination works to get past the.
Oh, wow.
But otherwise, I'm just putting out content.
Oh, that's good.
That was one other thing about Return of the Jedi. At the end, when they threw Palpatine down the shaft, after knowing what I know from Tross, instead of being focused on the confrontation between Luke, Vader, and at the end, and the pulling off of the mask and all that stuff, my mind is I'm picturing Palpatine doing a space Leia and heading towards the Imperial fleet, the same way, because we know he's going to be all right.
Well, yeah, but that's after they got his DNA from the, whatever was left, and cloned him later on. We know that.
Let's
At
not
least that much.
relive the whole Dark Empire storyline that they copied for,
That's what they should have done, but no, Disney was a bunch of what.
They should have made the Han Solo books into the Han Solo movie before they made that Solo movie. That movie was horrible. I walked out of there and I was like, they had 47 years to make their fucking Han Solo movie, and they give me that fucking piece of dog shit.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
for the record, it's not the actor's fault. I hated the story more than the actor.
I immediately was feeling bad for the entire cast when I saw the first 10 minutes and the lack of creativity in that plot where he has a rock and throws it through glass, and the plant that is allergic to light has decided that the best barrier between her and her worst
Dude is a vampire caterpillar.
Yeah, it was like a
vampire caterpillar. That's what it was.
I forget who was the.
I call it Audrey 3 because it kind of also looked like Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. But yeah, the criminal boss lady that forms like Armis out of a pool of oil. Right. And she's really allergic to sunlight. It'll hurt her badly. So she decides to hang out in a room where the only barrier between her and sunlight is a piece of painted over glass. I would choose an armor-roofed can or even a small shack before I put myself in a room with a glass roof.
Or a paper box.
Full of rocks where I yelled at my lackeys and flexed.
I hope not.
That's like making threats from the electric. That's like threatening people from the electric chair.
Yeah.
What's
Captain? Did you want to highlight what last son of K is saying, or we can just go through that real quick? I guess.
The sad thing is I would rather watch Solo than any of the sequel trilogy movies.
I think Rise of Skywalker is honestly the new Rocky Horror, and I enjoy it because I'm laughing so hard, and I'm enjoying JJ's pain, and I'm feeling the Schadenfreude of all the
Wait. Okay, T, which is worse to you? I know you're gonna say Star Trek, but be honest here. Who did it worse? Since JJ did them both. Sequel, Star Wars or Star Trek?
You got basically 4 of the same movie. It's the same damaging, horrible, bullshit, substance-free non-story. He kicks the can And both times he ends up kicking the can to the worst person to kick it to, himself. Guy has never written an ending. Case in point, Lost. Interpretive ending to a 5 or 8 year TV show.
Yeah.
Wait, who did the ending?
Who cares? It was his show. He was
No, I was
obligated.
just gonna say I would have hired that.
He might have
over-
he might have walked away from it to distance himself because that's JJ's really good at that.
No,
Once-
I'm just made a joke here, and
I think
I
it's
hope I'm
probably
right.
the end was probably written by the Rings of Power guys. That's honestly
Oh.
your most likely people.
Well, it's interesting that Cinnamon is saying that JJ is a genius. You know what? I would debate you on that, Bunny, till the cows come home. JJ Abrams is not a genius.
JJ Abrams is
He's a borrower. He's a borrower, is what
he's a genius, just not as we know it.
He's a genius hack. He's
No,
a genius-
honestly,
there you go.
wait. Who else on this panel is getting millions of dollars not to make their Superman movie because it's so bad? Who else lives off seriously, who else lives off creative extortion? JJ Abrams is such a bad creator that he has now extorted himself a salary to do nothing. I have to say he accomplished what he wanted to do. He's being paid to stay away from Hollywood.
Yeah, but come on. Why would Cinnamon say that he saved Star Trek and Star Wars? I can't honestly. I can't.
He's trolling
say
us. Come
that.
on, Cinnabons is
He's
trolling us.
trolling. He's trolling.
And you know
Well,
what? It's a
If
high
you
level.
think about it, there is a little bit of truth to what Cinnamon is saying, only because we are
A
still
little?
talking about it.
Well,
Oh,
no, because here's the
no.
thing: we're still talking about 9/11, and I guess
Yeah,
that was,
what you know,
that
what
was
I'm saying,
genius. That was also genius too, but I condemn it out of hand.
we're-
Look, I saw it with my own eyes. My cousin
Okay, so you were
almost
there.
was.
Right.
My cousin was a first responder. You know, I've lost friends and family to that disaster, and I'm not minimizing the evil of it, but I mean, it was genius. So what? So it was genius. You know, Force Awakens, the box office numbers, they were genius. Star Trek 09, the box office numbers, they were genius. Well, look what happens after that. After you fill the air with bullshit and empty cannon.
He had a person.
hey, whoa,
I told you
T,
guys.
which one? Okay, I know you hate them all, but which one is the best out of the modern Star Trek? If you had to pick one,
Beyond. He
Which
has
one's
nothing
not
to
as-
do. Star Trek Beyond. He has nothing to do with writing the story. He did sabotage part of it by fucking up the TV show he promised.
wait, is that the one where they go through the planet?
Yeah, they actually go to a planet in this Star Trek show movie. I don't like any of those three, but the least bad by far, because the other two are so bad, is Simon Pegg movie Star Trek Beyond. Star Trek Beyond tries. It fails, but it tries. Kirk he's too far ahead of himself. He's at 50 when he's only 35. This Kirk is too young to be world weary, but at least he's brave. At least Spock doesn't have a fucking emotional breakdown and start crying. He's a bad stalker. We can't fix everything at once, but you know what? At least girl boss Uhura was only a little bit important. It was compared to the end of Into Darkness, where she's like pointlessly stunning Khan over and over. Because in Into Darkness, the entire end of the movie, he's like, damn it, we need Khan's blood to reverse engineer the serum to do anti-death on Jim. And I'm like, what's wrong with all the other super soldiers you have frozen in the hold under captivity who have the same blood? For the last 25 minutes of that movie, it has no reason to exist except that every single person on the Enterprise is stupid. Khan could even have called them off by saying, you do realize you have 77 of my people that you could get the blood from, and they would have just left him alone.
What still bothers me though, Teague, is the fact that Uhura and Spock in this timeline actually have a relationship. Now, how wrong is that? Come on.
I don't know.
Are you serious?
Here's the thing. What are the rules? I have been burned at the stake by people who've then turned around and taken money from me for incorporating book stuff into the show or things that were in cutscenes into what I believe about an episode. And these same people turn around and point their finger at me and say that Matt Decker's son is Captain Decker from the motion picture. To which I say, wait, you told me that nothing not on screen is real, but that's in a book. That's only in a book.
Is he really Matt Decker's son? I didn't think that was actually a legit thing.
He is in the
It was
book.
supposed to be.
And the book
It's
is written by and here's the thing. The movie was supposed to be a TV show. That they would have gotten around to that episode 12. You killed my fucking father, you piece of shit. And he's like, I kill people all the time. I'm a captain of a starship. In fact, you should get used to putting on that dress uniform and telling kids their
Technically, Matt
dads.
Decker killed himself.
I don't think his son would see it that way. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Matt, if you're, and I can't remember Captain Decker's first name.
William
Decker.
Is it? Isn't that right? So it's the same name as Riker.
Yeah, that's because
they are
Riker
Riker
was derived right from him. So
and Troy was derived right from Aaliyah.
Probably.
Oh no, they're the same. It's the same two
Probably.
characters.
Yeah.
And we are lucky that Stephen Collins went on that away mission because he got in trouble for being like a douchebag, and we won't talk about what he did.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Too fucked up.
Wait. So
Private chat, if anything.
On that
No.
Hey,
note,
Ron Mower.
Never mind.
Hey,
on
Ron
that
Mower.
note, I am going to say, please join. Excuse me.
No dying, Captain.
Join Culture Casino over on his stream. Link is in the chat. I'm going to have to get me something to drink.
I'll buy
Thank
you a
you very
minute.
much for joining, and have a great day.